Every day, Ukrainians are taking to the streets to fight for their homeland, but they are not empty-handed. As I mentioned before, their government is distributing thousands of automatic rifles to civilians and urging citizens to make their own Molotov cocktails. This is all men aged 18 to 60 are actually banned from leaving the country so that they can fight. Joining us now are two Ukrainian civilians going to fight, Ruslan Samchuk and Yuriy Solodovnyk. Welcome to both of you. Your country is saying you can't leave Ukraine, you need to stay and fight, but it sounds like you two want to stay and fight.
No, that's not right. It's our choice. I mean, it's not because of the country said it. It's only the point that we just want that our families, our kids will be in a safe place, and that's why we just go to the west part of the Ukraine. But all the men, even a lot of women, they just want to stay and protect the country, protect the land, our freedom. And yeah, you're right. You said it. I mean, that we got it. We are not military. We just civil people. We have a different occupation before that war. But now we just only have one occupation: protect our land, protect our freedom. And some of us got the rifles. Some of us prepared the Molotov cocktails. And we will stop them. We will, anyway, we will, I don't have words how to say it. I mean, it's still, you can't believe it that. The problem that it's like 21st century and this happens, it's like unbelievable, but it's true. That's what's already 3 days. And you have to live with that animal fear for all around you. But anyway, I mean, we will protect ourselves. And I want just to say, we Ukrainians, we will never give up. We will fight till the last Ukraine, till the victory in our freedom.
Right. I mean, obviously you've been armed. We can see that in the shot right now. Are you actually coordinating with the government, with the military? Are you coordinating amongst yourselves, or are you just armed and prepared to defend what's in front of you?
Yeah, right. We just in the territory or civil defense. I mean, it's like the civil, they go to the local, it's not the government, but let's say local districts where you're located, where you are, and you just sign it that, and they coordinated that within the territory to protect the territory. And the military, they protect, I would say, maybe more important stuff like, I don't know, the borders, others, yeah. And we help them to protect in case it's needed.
So interesting. So I'm kind of going to ask the same question, if I will, but if Russian troops are coming down your neighborhood or your block or your street, will you be with others trying to make maneuvers, or will it be I'm defending my home or my block along with whoever else shows up? Again, how much within the group of civilians that you're with, how much coordination and planning is going into what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, unfortunately, maybe not a lot of coordination, central one, but we are coordinated within the neighborhoods. We are coordinated near the, who is near the lands, near our houses, and it's different types. I mean, we have a lot of volunteers, and because of that, we're already fully grouped in the territory defense. So in case, then they say, oh, we have enough. In these cases, we just have the group ourselves to protect and prepare, and I mean, even they prepare the Molotov cocktail and stop them. Of course, we have some communication between different regions just to know where the Russian troops, and I would say Belarusian troops as well, unfortunately, but it's true. And we try to stop it as much as we can. We try to provide information to our military if we can't. If this force is quite, you know, strong, we are not military. As I said, we are civil one with the rifles only and Molotov cocktails. Sometimes it's not possible to stop them. Then we just communicate to the military. That's direction, that's way they have to help, they have to protect. And they know, at least from information point of view, if we can't to stop. But it's, I mean, I would say it's all Ukrainians support, all Ukrainians join and try to help as much as they can. They fight, they support, they everything. They do everything what they have.
How much, if I can, real quick follow up, how much ammunition have they given you?
That's I mean, it's not like mission. I mean, it's like, it's, you know, it's information.
I meant ammunition. How many bullets? How many bullets? How many bullets did they give you with the rifle?
We don't have any ammunition. It depends. Sometimes we do have. In the beginning, we had, but it's not a lot. I would say it's minimum. Even sometimes we don't have rifles. Sometimes you have just, if you do have it, your own rifle, then it's fine. If you don't, then you just prepare the Molotov cocktails and just collect the bottles, collect the fuel, and prepare and support. But no, I mean, as a civil, it depends. So much volunteers, so much people, and I think nobody was expected so much involvement in that. That's why not all of us have the rifles and ammunition. I think it's quite minimum.
So,
but
Ruslan, we should point out to the audience that you're joined there by Yuriy. Yuriy doesn't speak English. You're handling most of the questions, and if he'll forgive me for noticing, there's also an age difference between the two of you. So I would love if you could bring Yuriy into this answer as well, Ruslan. I'm curious as to why you're so passionate, why your fellow Ukrainians are so passionate. I'm going to ask that Yuriy might be able to provide perspective on this. What have you lived through? Did he see the Soviet years? You saw the years before the color revolution. What is it about today that is you so passionately want to defend versus what you've experienced in the past?
I know that you tried to ask the Yuriy, but yes, you're right. His English not so well, and I'm not sure that he has understood that question. Can I answer to that? I mean, I was also in USSR. It's not because of my face. I'm more than 40. I'm 42. So
you look so young. What's in the water there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was lived in the USSR. I was involved on that times. I just can explain. I don't know. That's quite few words about that. You know, Ukrainians, we are free nation. Once we breathe and feel the freedom from the big F, we never ever will back to USSR, never back to the Russian empires, whatever it will be called. Trust me and believe. I mean, it's not like the words to the TV, it's the deals. And you know why it's, I mean, all support. Now, the young people, young Ukrainians, they are protect 18, 19 years old. They protect the Ukraine because they decide. Nobody just have to say you have to, they have to. They decided, and they died because of Ukraine. I mean, they have to live, but they died. So I have to watch to see that. No, I will do the same.
Wow. Yuriy, Ruslan, thank you so much. So informative. Thank you for joining us this morning. Yes, we wish you luck.
Thanks for your support. Thanks for your support. Hope it will be more support to Ukraine. Thanks a lot.
We're praying for you.
Слава Україні.